Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason and I will be bringing you today's video. Now before we go into the video, just a couple quick things. Now most of what we talk about as far as what's coming up and what our goals and plans are, we usually put near the end of the video. But a couple real quick things, slight change to the format of how we're doing things. Right now I'm trying to do anywhere between 15 to 22, 23 videos a week, and just to be dead honest, it's killing me. Plus, with all the expense that we've put into this, there's a chance I may end up having to pick up a second job, which I'll cut into some of that a little bit. So it's going to trim down a little bit. I'm going to do my best to put up at least one video per day, Sunday through Thursday. I will attempt to do a video per day, Friday and Saturday. I'm going to try and thin myself down to about 10 to 12 videos a week. The remaining videos are going to go on our patron site for all of our patrons. So I'm going to attempt also to do one a day, at least Sunday through Thursday on that site as well. So I'm still going to attempt to do 2 videos a day, Sunday through Thursday. But the 3 video thing that I tried to do for a little while was just too much. The weekends are a little bit difficult. I'll do the best I can. But again, we're going to split it. About half the videos are going to go on the patron site. Otherwise, for anything else, just as far as upcoming plans and all that, just check the end of the video. Otherwise, we're going to jump right into today's video. So for today's video, this one's probably going to be a little bit shorter. I want to answer both an email I got and a comment that we got. They are on different subjects, but they are in a similar vein, so I thought I would go ahead and just answer them both in one video. Otherwise, I probably would have just had to email or comment back, because again, this is going to be a short video even with both of them on there. Thank you everybody, by the way, for the coffees. And you guys will notice I'm taking a suggestion from one of our viewers on putting out premiere videos every single day. And he suggested longer videos. He suggested 24/7. I can't shoot a 24-hour video, unfortunately. So what I'm doing is I'm stitching together a dozen or so, 12 to 15 of our older videos into one long super video, 3 or so hours long, and putting that out as a premiere video. We can't be on the chat all the time, but he suggested it as a way for our viewers to do the super chats and super stickers to help us out and help us improve the channel. So you guys will see those coming. Man, does that take a while to edit, let me tell you. And I hope the patrons are enjoying the exclusive videos we're trying to put out 4 or 5 times a week. So what are the 2 questions? The reason I'm putting them both together is they actually both use the same phrasing, asking is something bad form, or that they heard that such and such is bad form. And with both questions, really the answer is no. Their first question, the first one is it bad form to press the 4 and 10 and 5 and 9 by $30 each? No. Well, of course not, because it's proper. It's definitely not bad form to do it. Is it a little bit oddball? Yes, I'm not going to lie. It's definitely a little bit oddball. Do I see it every day? No. Do I see it every week? Absolutely. Every week I probably see 3 or 4 players that do this. And keeping in mind that I'm only on one table, I can't clone myself. That means there is quite a few players that do it. Not a decent number of players. I wouldn't call it a significant percentage, but a decent number of players that do it. So again, definitely not bad form. Oddball, absolutely. Why would it be oddball? Because a lot of players, especially once they get into the green, they don't want to be getting all these multicolors. It's also slightly slower because you have a lot of payouts that require 3 colors, especially on the 5 and 9. 5 and 9, you get a lot of payouts that require 3 colors. The 4 and 10, almost every payout would require at least 3 colors, except that's because of VIGs, the players tend to be throwing in money there. But then you get into the fact that you're still getting multicolors. With the 4 and 10, a lot of players like to get just 1 color. They don't like to get 2 colors. On the 5 and 9, it's a little bit tougher to just get 1 color. Most players prefer 2. And they prefer the bets to flow a little bit easier. So that's why on the 5 and 9, most players will press by quarters. On the 4 and 10, players do press by the nickels. But generally speaking, once they get to maybe 50 on one of those numbers, they'll start pressing by quarters, because then they're getting just quarters or blacks and greens once they throw in the vig. And with the 5 and 9, the players tend to try and keep to where they are getting just two colors, just greens and reds, or just greens, or just blacks and greens. That's actually why one fairly popular bet for higher limit tables is this right here. Going 125 each on the 5 and 9, and going 150 each on the 6 and 8. And the reason for that is all of these bets right here pay $175. They all pay black and green. There is no red involved whatsoever, and definitely no whites. With the 4 and 10, they're going to have to throw in their vig. They are going to stack up a little bit of red every so often when they don't have any way to throw in the vig, so that they can get just black. So then they'll collect $195. But then after that, they'll have 4 more reds that they can use for their vig in order to collect just blacks. When you start getting up into the higher limit tables, you'll notice that the whites and the reds kind of disappear. I know some dealers that have told me that when they're dealing on some super high limit games, that they don't even have white and red as working stacks. The green, the black, and the purples, 500s are usually purples, kind of substitute as the 1s, 5s, and 25s. Instead of 1s, 5s, and 25s, they have 25s, 100s, and 500s. So a lot of players like to keep things simple, which is why when you press by 30, especially on the 5 and 9, you're basically pressing by a $42 payout every single time. That's a 3-color payout, and it's a lengthier payout. When you press by 25s, you're pressing by a $35 payout. That's 3 chips and it's 2 colors, versus a $42 payout that is 6 chips and 3 colors. So it's going to be a little bit longer. And same thing with the 4 and 10. The other downside to pressing by the 4 and 10 by $30 is you are pressing by just over the mark where your vig would jump to $2 instead of $1, but you're not pressing by the full $2 vig either. You press by quarters. You know, if you go from say a $25 4 to a $55 4, you just went from a $2 to a $3 vig. 50 and 55 are $2 and $3 on the vig. So that's why it's not bad form in any way, shape, or form. They are proper bets. We see it all the time. Any dealer that grumbles about it is just a burnout case. But they are a little bit oddball because they're just not as streamlined and as smooth for both the player and for the dealer. Now the other question on if such and such is bad form deals with don't bets. This player likes to do their don't bets, and they said that somebody told them that it is bad form to put the dealers on the don'ts. I guarantee you the person that told them that doesn't play the don'ts, and is one of those that thinks that somebody that plays the don'ts is betting against them because they'd have no understanding of the actual game. Players betting the don'ts are not betting against players betting the pass line any more than a roulette player playing red is betting against a player playing black. That's nonsensical. It's silly. You're betting on how you think the dice are going to roll. That is it. Nothing else. So, is it bad form to bet for the dealers in the don'ts, either on a don't pass or on a don't come? Absolutely not. We do see it. We see it, I can't say all the time because we don't see don't players all the time. And when we do see don't players, we don't see tippers very often, any more than we do on any other bet. You know, dice does not make tips the way blackjack does or any other game with the exception of Pai Gow Bach. So we don't see players that tip very often. I don't have any kind of percentage or anything, but my off the cuff experience is looking at just watching the games, dealing on the games. Maybe 1 in 20 players will tip during the game. Maybe less than that. When I'm thinking about it, more often than not, the table is full with 12 to 16 players and nobody is tipping. Maybe one player. So yeah, maybe 1 in 20 tip during the game, and I would say maybe 5 in 10, maybe half the remaining players will tip when they leave, and that's about it. And no, in no way, shape, or form is this bad form. You're you're betting for the dealers along with your bet, so you win, they win. That is the exact proper way to bet, and that is how the dealers prefer it. We do see this all the time. We'll see it travel, we'll see it over there in the don't pass, and the dealers appreciate it because you are betting for them, but with you. The dealers don't want to have a bet for them placed by a player to where the dealer can win and the player cannot. That is why when a player goes, say, place bets across and then puts the dealers across, then has some superstition, maybe the dice go off the table or whatever, and says, turn my bets off, the dealers will automatically turn theirs off as well. The reason for that is the dealers don't want to win if the player is not winning. That would be bad form. Now, some players will specifically say, don't turn your bets off when they turn theirs off. Awesome. We appreciate it. Typically, those players, if it comes down, will put it back up. So dealers definitely appreciate that. So I hope this answers the two questions. Thank you guys very much. One for emailing it, one for commenting it. And yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now. So as I promised, for the end of the video, we talk a little bit about upcoming things, plans, hopes, dreams, so on and so forth. Still looking to try and get the live streaming thing going. Amy had to pick up a second job, so between the two of us, if we include this channel, we're combining for somewhere around 130 hours a week. So trying to figure that out, plus our kid, and figure out exactly when I'll be able to do a live stream consistently every single week is really stretching me. So I'm still trying to figure it out. I will get to the live stream as soon as I possibly can. Definitely going to live stream on the Patreon site. Hopefully live stream on the regular YouTube channel as well. When we started off, we'll do the craps tournament for sure. Possibly some blackjack going on as well. Otherwise, we do still hope to be able to add in slots, Keno, video poker, and also roulette. But it's going to be a little while until we're able to sink that money into further purchases for the channel. But it is definitely at the top of our list to get done. We appreciate every single one of you guys, everybody that's been watching, everybody that's bought us a coffee, everybody that is one of our patrons. All that has been enormously helpful to us. We've added so much equipment throughout the life of this channel, only a little over a year at this point, but we started out with very basic equipment. We're still hoping to upgrade our layout, but we have upgraded the equipment enormously, and that's all well, not all, but that's partially from the help that we've gotten from all of our fans out there. So we appreciate every one of you guys. Please continue emailing us strategies, ideas, questions, anything you would like to see, or anything you just have a question about, please email us. Even if the email is not something I can film, every so often that happens, the email is just too long, too convoluted. I'll still do my best to answer it. Might take me a little longer if I have to read through it and really parse it out, but I will answer it for sure. Just might take a little while. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we hope to have many more years to come. Bye now.